What's going on, YouTube? Don't really have to come on camera anymore, really, but I felt I had to in this instance. As you know, if you've been noticing, I uploaded 2 more videos in regards to the ACTA internet censorship situation. I uploaded those 2 videos because I felt the need that I had to get the word out there. Anyone that is subscribed to me, or anyone that is just watching my videos for the first time, to stumble upon this video, you're noticing, and so forth, you know, I want to spread the word out. Spread the word out as much as I can. I spread this out on my Facebook, Twitter, so forth. But anyway, I felt the need that I had to come on camera to really give my take on the situation. If you are someone that is using the internet, you need to watch those 2 videos. The reason why I say that is because this ACTA agreement doesn't just affect America or Europe. It affects everybody on the internet. Anyone that uses the internet will be affected by this. It goes global. It doesn't go, it's not just within one country. No. It goes global. So the amount of the abridgment of security and the abridgment of freedom that potentially that this thing could cause us is enormous, and it could potentially destroy the internet as we know it today. And this is not just about piracy anymore. This is about freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and so forth. You know, this is something that we have to fight. This is something that we have to defend, because this goes far beyond piracy. This goes into just unalienable rights that we have as human beings. And I just wanted to come on here and just say, anyone that's watching this, check out the 2 videos. I'll put them down in the description box. Check out those 2 videos, and by all means, spread the word. Download those videos, put them in your YouTube account, mirror them. Make sure that many people see those videos as possible. And I don't mean to sound pessimist about this, but seriously, we have to fight this. We have to rise up and fight this thing, because it's not, seriously, it's our unalienable rights that we have that potentially could hurt us. And keep in mind, this ACTA bill was designed in private, very undemocratic, in a very secretive, pirated, almost like a big brother type of way, that we had no knowledge of it ever actually occurring. So this was done without even people that we had voted in. So in that case, this is why that we can't let ourselves be pushed around like this. If you use Facebook, share the videos on Facebook, share them through Twitter. If you make websites, make a website. You know, tell reason why that this needs to be put to best. It needs to be put to them. Sorry about this. And part about the video camera quality. The video camera quality is not that good. I'm running this off my laptop, off my webcam off here, so the video quality is not that good. So I apologize. But anyway, that's all I really want to say, though. And also, some people are speculating that somebody was just uploading videos on this channel. That was not me, but just want to come on camera to show that it is me, and I want to make sure that this needs to be seen by everybody on the internet, because this could potentially do damage of unthinkable magnitude. Hate to be pessimistic about that, but you know, we need to be informed about this. You know, we cannot be left in the dark like this. We can't just have the cover put over our eyes and have Big Brother make decisions for us when we don't even, and so forth. Sorry, I'm just kind of stubborn here and there. Well, anyway, I'm going to put some more information about the description box down below. Let your friends know. Let anyone that uses the internet know about this. This cannot be ignored. Okay, this might be the last video I ever do, because I don't like to come on camera that much anymore. But anyway, this has been Anthony signing off. This is Joey here once again. I said I was going to appear on camera, but I felt the last video I left some things out. I felt that I didn't address everything. Plus I was kind of tired in that video. I wasn't fully awake and stuff like that. So, and now I left some things out in that video. So I wanted to kind of more clarify and stuff like that. In my last video, I talked about the ACTA bill and internet censorship in general. Some things came across my mind actually that didn't strike me as before in my last video. Like I said before, this doesn't just affect internet. This affects you. This affects you, the person. Okay. Moreover, this also affects businesses. This can affect, doctors, even filmmakers and artists that are turned to be lobbying for this bill. Because as they stated in one of the videos, is that they too, if this thing is passed, are bounded by the same restrictions that we, the citizens, we have. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you up on eBay, okay? Let's say that you have an online gaming business. You sell used games like like Yamataku or Hit Japan. Just some examples I'm throwing out there because I usually buy Japanese games from Japan from eBay. Let's say that from those cases, if this thing is passed, it's not the fact that it's not about just pirating the games. Just by having the actual picture of the game itself. Let's say that I have a game like this. This is the Japanese version, Dailan to Smash Bros. X. Up on, let's say if I have it up on my eBay account. Let's say if I'm selling this game, okay? Just by me having a picture or having screenshots of this game, potentially I could be sued, eBay could be sued, they could be taken down, I could be taken to court for it, because since I don't technically own this intellectual property, I could potentially be sued over it. And moreover, this is something that really struck me as being really interesting, or really eye-opening, as if you really want to call it. Have you ever noticed on the back of these games it says for use and sale in Japan only? Have you ever looked on the back of your imported games or your back of your American games and so forth? Have you ever noticed that it says that little clause back there? It says for sale and use in Japan only. Commercial use, unauthorized copy and rental prohibited. It says that. Since this ACTA bill is going to be passed worldwide amongst many different trade things, just by me having this game, I potentially could go to jail. Yes. If I try to sell this game, or if I actually just have this game, I potentially could be put behind bars just for this, because I don't technically, it's not followed through with the copyright laws according to what it says on here. What does that mean for anyone that sells? And moreover, where does the limit of the law really say that since you don't actually own? Let's say this is not even a Japanese game. This is an American game. Let's just say this is the American version of this game. Let's just say that since you don't actually own the intellectual property of this game, you can't resell it. Because since you don't actually own the intellectual property of the game, you can't actually go up on eBay or Craigslist or Amazon. If you wish to resell the game, then you are denied the right to do it because you don't actually own the intellectual property, and then the actual the owner of the intellectual property could potentially sue you for damages. This is why I say this is not just about freedom of speech anymore. This is not just about about the piracy thing anymore. This is potentially could do an impact on people's lives, and moreover, this is not. And I just said, and I made a little quote in one of my in my comments down in the last video I did, was that it could be just as simple as taking a quote, not for the sake of plagiarizing. Plagiarizing is one thing. If you take a quote from a newspaper article or like an online journal or something like that, just by quoting them, just by actually taking the quotes of that article and citing them, mind you, just making you're doing your proper citing. You're citing it the way you're supposed to. There's many different ways, like Chicago, MLA. When you write college essays, you have certain ways you cite them, and people do bibliographies and so forth. Just by citing that, you potentially could be sued because you don't own the right. It wasn't actually of your idea, and that's what a lot of those videos talk about. So it's not just about piracy anymore. It's just the fact that this could potentially hurt the information age. The information age that we share ideas and we get ideas and we become more intelligent from each other, and we really bounce ideas off people off the internet and get advice and all this other stuff. This could potentially kill all that. I mean, like I said before, I don't mean to sound like a pessimist. I sincerely believe that this information age is meant for us to grow and evolve. we as a human species are meant to grow and evolve as people. And this information age was meant to happen so that we can grow and expand our knowledge and come to a common consciousness and actually grow and evolve as people, and then we can use ideas from people. We can use ideas amongst each other. That's the thing, though. And and I believe that one video makes a good point, is that, you know, the MPAA and those RIAA have an outdated business model. They aren't embracing this. I'm not saying, okay, piracy doesn't exist. Piracy doesn't exist. Piracy's been around ever since, you know, VHSs and records. And if you want to go back even further, it goes back to the Prohibition days of the 1920s when people were bootlegging alcohol and so forth. You know, piracy goes back to almost the beginning of time, okay? You know, this is not the first instance of piracy. You're always going to have some sort of piracy. And moreover, this is not going to solve the problem because, you know, as we've seen through history, as we've seen through, you know, the Prohibition in the 1920s, criminals are always going to find backdoor ways, black market ways to profit their stuff, and that's going to hamstring potential business. It's going to hamstring doctors, anyone that's in the medical field, medical journals, because they're held by the same liable laws that we are. You know, it's going to kill upstarting businesses and so forth. So that's why I say that for utmost importance for anyone on the internet, just fight this thing. People are saying, well, it's useless, it's futile, the government owns you. No. If you're an American, you should not think like that. I'm sorry. It says in the Declaration of Independence that it says, we are governed by the consent of the governed. Okay? That basically means that you drive the government. It doesn't drive you. As Ronald Reagan also once said. That's the way it goes. So that's why I say that we still have a voice. We still have a chance. We shouldn't give up. This is only the third quarter of the game. We should not give up right now. We may have suffered some hits, but we're not out. That's all I really wanted to say. I don't know if I'm going to elaborate on this anymore. I kind of really wanted to get out of the way what I wanted to say. If I'm wrong in any way, any of these things I've said, please correct me and please comment below. Feel free to really give your thoughts about this. And like I said before, I'll put the 2 videos down in the description box for anyone. This is your first video watching of me, just to spread the word out there. Alright. Have a good day, everybody. Jamatana.